Okay, more of why they call it Rocksylvania. This is just before going down the valley to Danielsville. Exciting times. Psych! I didn't have to go down that rocky thing. I will have to go down right before Palmerton, but right now they've got the trail missing all those rocks. That's a surprise. So this is a nice little woodland trail. For as long as it lasts, I'm going to enjoy it. And the nice woodland trail turned into this. Yep. Oops. Almost fell there. I kind of like climbing on the rocks, so I'm not gonna put it down. But that's why Rocksylvania. There's always different kinds of rocks. And more different kinds of rock. How many different kinds of rock can you put in one state within, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles? Still Pennsylvania. This is where I camped last night. It's not a stealth site, even though it looks like it. The shelter is right down there, and there's a picnic table right down there. So this is a site, even though it looks just like any other stealth site, because they really don't put places for hammocks very much. But it's very cold, and oh shoot, probably tonight I'm gonna try to get to a town, because it's supposed to rain too. And, oh, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Because it's cold, and I don't want to be cold and rainy. Yes, so these cold temperatures leads to the song of the day. Unseasonably warm temperatures, no snow, no sleet, no rain. This is the forecast that I love to hear. Keep saying I'm not going to take any more photos or videos, and I don't know how this will show up with the sun coming up like that, but this is Pennsylvania. Oh, the wind is crazy, but oh man, it was worth this climb. You see the rocks? Those are all real. Oh, it's a beautiful day today though. Tomorrow's supposed to rain. I was going to try to go to a hotel tonight, but I think I'm just going to walk in the rain tomorrow and get to the hotel, so I don't have to backtrack, because I'd have to get a shuttle, go down, sleep, get resupplied really quick, and I'm just going to hike in the rain and hope for the best. And then sometimes, just out of the blue, the trail in Pennsylvania looks like this, but it doesn't last long. Maybe an hour, so maybe a couple miles. And then, given the choice to continue on something like this or more rock, it's gonna go to rock. Woo! You can't really see the rain, but you can see the remnants of the rain, the results of the rain, which is why I've stayed in the Eckville shelter, which has 4 walls, and it was all nice last night. It just poured last night. I was so glad to be in there, even without a pad. It was, they had some little carpet on the bunks, and it was so cool. But the rain is gonna let up, and I'll be headed out here pretty soon. Ouch. It rained last night and this morning till about 9 or 10. And so now the trail is full of water. So it would be a lot easier if I could walk on water. And even though I've learned a lot on this trail, I'm still not that good. Unbelievable. Still can't walk on it. Oh man. But I can walk through it and around it. So that's what I've been doing. Oh man. There it goes. All the way down the trail. I don't know how far up. We'll find out. I came down one of these mountains yesterday, and I'll be going up the other one today, but that'll be the steepest climb that I have to do today. So I'm grateful. This is where I came down off the mountain last night and got picked up to be shuttled, and to a hostel, a nice little hostel, and I'm really glad I stayed there. Very pleasant. Good to eat. Let's see. Old Orchard, I think, is the name of the little place. It just has 2 bedrooms. Or Old Mill Orchard, something like that. It was very nice. And just peaceful, relaxing. I didn't get a lot of sleep, but I got enough. And very nice people there. Codger was there. Guy met on the trail. He's a former professor. And his wife named him Codger. Because she didn't want any... she wanted everybody to know that he was an old codger. That's what he said. So it's all good. I think I'm going the right way. Underneath the thing here. It's all good. Highway. Underneath the highway. Okay, guess what today is? Today is the day that I went over 2,000 miles hiked. That's 2,000 miles. I actually did it a little ways past, but I was climbing a steep hill and didn't want to stop till I got to the top. So it's 2,000 plus at this very moment. And I could be happier, but I don't know how. Gosh, I can't believe that I've done that. This has just been an amazing experience. So I've got a little under 193.1 miles left to go. I don't know how I'm gonna feel at the end. Right now I'm ecstatic. 2,000 miles. I have just, I don't know, the sheer joy of that. Until you've been out here, I don't know, or done something you weren't really sure, didn't think you could really do, and you did it anyway, just through perseverance and determination. Oh, yay! Yesterday, I was making 1.7 to 2.5 miles per hour through the rocks in Pennsylvania. Today, it's like 1, maybe 1.2, because it's raining lightly, but the rocks are so slick. So frustrating. Might have been better off just to stay at the little hostel. Oh, and you can see the rocks just stick up. That's a rock. It's not a leaf, it's a rock, and that's a rock. And the bigger rocks are the slicker. Are they more slick? The slicker rocks. Like there's one down there. Oh, it's really killing my dime. And it's cold. And it's going to be raining till about 2. But I've got my umbrella, looking on the positive side. Got my umbrella, I've got gloves, I've got mittens. So I'm kind of warm. I don't want to get too warm and sweaty. So. Oh, geez. Just one challenge after another. Yes, it is snowing. That is not rain, as was predicted. That is snow. My hands are frozen. I've got everything zipped up now, so I'm warmer, but holy Toledo. It's snowing. It's supposed to be 48 degrees. It's not. Oh, I don't think I'm anywhere near a town where I can be picked up to be taken to a town. So I think I'm going to have a very cold night. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? On the trail, snow is glistening. It's Pennsylvania in November, walking in what should be a fall wonderland. Oh. Okay, this is what makes you tough. Stayed at the Eagle's Nest shelter last night. Fully intended to go like, I don't know, 10 miles further, but I was so cold after the snow and the rain that I cut the day short. Today, I think I'm going to go to Pine Grove. I wasn't going to stay in hotels, but I may platinum blaze the rest of this journey. Especially on the nights when it gets down to 27, 28, because my gear is not set up for that. Oh. That low temperatures like that. So, I don't know. I just play it by ear. But tonight I'm gonna go thaw out because I didn't sleep much at all last night. Ooh, it was cold, and I was in the shelter, so I was out of the wind. This is a frequent sight in Pennsylvania, the blowdowns. This is the first time I took a picture of them, but it happens frequently. I don't know, they just don't cut them. I don't know if it's a lack of people or volunteers, or money, but just gotta climb around them a lot. And it's a common thing on the trails for maintainers to put logs like that across a trail when they've moved it, or it's no longer, they don't want you on that old trail or whatever trail it is. So it gets kind of confusing. Is this a place they don't want you? But yeah, and you look for a blaze, and sometimes they're there. And sometimes you have to pull out the app far out and look to make sure you're on the trail. I don't know. Just a pretty little brook. This is the interior of the 501 shelter in Pennsylvania, near Pine Grove, just before Pine Grove. I hung my hammock last night after I talked with the caretaker. He said it would be okay, so I hung it between those two posts. It was a little funky hang, but I was so much warmer, so I'm not gonna stay in shelters where I have to sleep on the bunks anymore when it's cold, because there's no way to get warm without a pad. And I was pretty toasty in the hammock. I had to make some adjustments in the middle of the night because, you know, it wasn't a good hang and I was falling out. But other than that, it was great. This is an old pottery shed, apparently. And there's a great big skylight in it, which is great, you know. So I'll do the outside, and I'm a little late leaving today, which I'll show you once I get out the door why. Okay, that's why. Snow. There was snow in the forecast. Wintry mix. So I delayed so that I would hopefully miss most of it, but I'm moving on now. That's the caretaker's house. And this is 501 shelter. Good pizza. Yeah, I haven't even gone a quarter of a mile, and here's a new configuration of rocks. Pennsylvania has the most different kinds of rock configurations that I've ever seen. The rocks keep appearing in Pennsylvania, and these are the ones that I do not like. They would be okay, except for ones like this one. Looks like you can just step on it and move forward. Oh, and this one that I'm on right now too. But you see what happens? They rock. They're not stable. This one, not stable in the least. If you step on it the wrong way, you either hurt your ankle, or you're jumping around trying to catch your balance, or you fall, which is how I got that big knot on my right elbow. Yep, that's mainly what's wrong with this particular configuration of rock. The trail. Well, the trail is in there somewhere. Because there's a blaze behind me, right there on that tree. And there's no indication that the trail moves in either direction, so somewhere in here is still the trail. Not quite sure where, but I think it's over here, and I get to climb this, maybe? I don't see a white blaze over there, though. So, maybe not. I will pull up the app far out and figure it out. Maybe it goes around. There's no indication that it changes directions, but maybe it just goes around. Or maybe people have been going around because you can't get through that. Oh, yep. I still don't see a blaze. Not ahead or behind. I have no idea. Consult the app. They will tell you. Or it will tell you. Well, that was a little sketchy crossing here. And I will admit to crawling across the big log because it was wet and slippery until I got to the board where I could stand up. I had the pack on and I could not stand up. But when I got there, I could hold on to the roots and stand up and cross. So, that's what I did. This is the rock by the tree where I tried to sleep last night at 3 o'clock. I don't know what possessed me to think I could do 47 miles in 2 days. To get from the 501 shelter to Duncannon. But I'd already made reservations, so I have to do it. So I did like 28 yesterday, and I'll do 18 today, and that should do it. So I'm getting on the road. I did get a little sleep, about 10 minutes, which apparently is enough. It's just gonna have to be enough. Ooh, it's cold. I think I was looking at the mileage at the from you instead of by trail and just didn't realize it, because I don't think I would have thought I could do 47 in 2 days given all the rocks in Pennsylvania. Oh dear. They aren't letting up quite yet. They're still, quite the deal. And by cold, I mean between 30 and 31 degrees. I don't know if you can see all the frost glitter, but it's there, and it's cold. And I gotta put my fingers back in my mittens. These mittens are the best thing I bought. They are 85% wool, convertible mittens. And man, they are so warm. It was just a spur of the moment thing. They were laying on the counter when I went to pay for my boots. At Duncannon. So I got them. So glad I did. I'll tell you one thing. I am really, really tired of people lying to me about these rocks in Pennsylvania. Everybody keeps saying, yeah, they're going to get easier. It gets easier after blah, fill in the blank. And it doesn't. This is not easy. So I get my hopes up and I'm ready to go, and I make plans that I can do X number of miles a day based on people I think I can trust. And then I'm greeted with this. What is wrong with people?